friends. I hope you're all doing well. My name is Melanie and this is my cross stitch channel, Melly Ellie Stitches. This is a YouTube channel about my crafty passion for cross stitch, and I do this YouTube channel because I love meeting fellow cross stitchers online, in a world where we normally wouldn't cross paths, maybe because of where we live or the circles we travel in. I think it's just such a fun way to meet amazing people and see what they're working on and form friendships. So I appreciate you stopping by and spending time with me today. I've got a full agenda for us. Let me start with the giveaway. That's always my favorite thing to start with. So I had a giveaway last time for my Cross Your Heart project bag. I really enjoyed making this one. It was so much fun with the fabric. I loved that there were little cross stitch hearts and I loved putting this charm together. So the lucky winner of this is Liz Florum, 6021. So congratulations, Liz. If you just want to comment on the video, or I will have my email in the drop down box below. Or you can reach out to me on Instagram, Melly Ellie Stitches on Instagram, and I will get this in the mail to you. And I hope it houses your projects and happy fun for years to come. I also have a giveaway for this week. So the first thing I want to give away is this adorable little cat cross-stitch kit. I'm not going to even try to pronounce this. I think it's in Russian, but it's a sweet, adorable little kitty that is holding the word love, and the kit comes with the fabric and it comes with all the threads, so everything you need to do might be a cute little ornament or a sweet little pillow. I think that would be fun. So if you're interested in winning this, please enter the word cat below, C-A-T, in the comments. And I also have one more. I had a little extra fabric and I made a mini notions bag of the Cross My Heart bag. And I always make these with little leftover fabrics that I have because I really enjoy, if I'm going somewhere for the day, you can toss a little project in here. It'll actually hold like a 6-inch hoop. Or I'll put in there like scissors and highlighters and extra needles and extra batteries for my book light if I'm going somewhere, if I'm going on vacation, and you can just toss it in your project bag. So if you'd like to be entered into the giveaway for this, please put the word heart again in the comments below. So good luck, everybody. Okay, so what's been going on in life? So much stuff, just like I'm sure you guys have had. A lot of good, a little tough. So let's start with all the good. We had a birthday celebration for my niece Magnolia. She turned 5 and they had a hot cocoa birthday party for her. It was so sweet. My sister made like real homemade hot chocolate in a crock pot, and there were like sprinkles and marshmallows and whipped cream you could add to the hot cocoa. It was so much fun. All the little cousins got to play together. It was a special day. She's such a sweet girl. She's just so loving and loves her family so much. So that was a lot of fun. My two nieces, Grace and Amelia, had a concert at the Orchestra Hall in Detroit. And what's cool about this is it's a select group of kids. Amelia plays the cello, Grace plays the violin, and they have to try out. They have to be recommended by their music teacher. They have to try out, and it's a very select group of kids that make the audition. They get to go every week, and when I say get to go, they get up at 6:30 in the morning every Saturday morning during the school year. And my sister and brother-in-law drive them down to Detroit to practice. So it's a huge commitment on their part. They can only miss, I think, like 2 practices the whole year. Like, it's very strict, but it's amazing. And they just had a concert, and we went as a family, and it's so beautiful. I'll insert some pictures of the Orchestra Music Hall. It was built in 1918 in Detroit, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. So I'll insert some pictures here. So it was just so much fun to go and listen to them play, and just so proud of them for the commitment. I don't know that at that age I would have been that committed to get up. And I was a sleeper. I still am a sleeper. So I don't know if every Saturday I would have been willing to get up at 6:30 in the morning. So super proud of those girls. We just yesterday celebrated my brother Rob's 40th birthday party. We took him to Topgolf. It was so much fun. We went as a family. They had a package where you could get like 2 of the bays together if you've ever been at Topgolf. It's like a driving range, but it's heated, and they have like, you know, couches and seats, and there's little games you can play on the computers because you like shoot out into these targets that are out on the field. It's really a lot of fun. It's really a fun thing to do with family or kids if you're interested, but we had a good time. So we went to Topgolf. We spent the day. We had a beautiful sunny day like today in Michigan. It's going to get up to 50 degrees. So that was a lot of fun to spend some family time. The tougher thing we've had is my poor grandmother was in the hospital for 14 days. So I've mentioned my grandma before on this channel. She has stage 4 breast cancer, and they're mitigating it with medication, but she went through another round of radiation and then ended up, she couldn't keep anything down. And it was not a good situation for around 14 days. And what they found out is she had adhesions. She's had so many abdominal surgeries. She had adhesions that had actually wrapped around her colon and caused a blockage. Poor thing. So on top of all the radiation, she had to have adhesion surgery, and the whole family's very worried about her and, you know, going up to see her. But wonderful news, prayers were answered. We feel so lucky. She came out of the surgery in great condition. She's back at home on the mend, so can't even ask for more than that. We just feel very, very, very grateful. So that's been a busy 3 weeks for me. Let's get into some stitching and what I've been working on. I had some finishes. First, let me pause. I forgot my board. Let me pause. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. I had a huge finish. Let me flip these over here. This is a pattern I started, well, I should have looked this up in my little chart a couple years ago. Excuse me. This is the Pink Sparrow Sampler by Brenda Gervais. And for those of you who are regular followers on my videos, I have a goal this year to finish 13 of my long-standing whips. And the first one I wanted to finish was, what's the first one I just finished? Last month. Short-term memory loss. I just finished one of my whips in January. Anyway, we're talking February. So this was my goal, to finish in February, the Pink Sparrow Sampler. I wanted to finish it up and move on to my next one, and I got it done. I finally got it done. So this is a beautiful chart. If you're new here, it was stitched anonymously. They do not know the person who stitched it or the time frame. They think around the 1840s based on some of the needlework design. It's just such a beautiful sampler. It has all of these super soft colors in it. I love sparrows. They're my favorite bird. They're always just so happy and chirpy. So I really, really wanted to stitch this, and I finally finished it. So drum roll. This is stitched on 32 count Weeks Dye Works parchment. And it's finished. Woo! Isn't it amazing? Oh, I'm so proud of this, guys. You know, when you put your heart and soul into a piece like this, and it's a labor of love, because if you're like me and you see shiny things and squirrels, it's hard to stay on track with finishing. So I'm super happy that I stitched this sampler. I mentioned last time that I was going to make this a maternal sampler. I just think these colors are so soft, and it's just so beautiful. I wanted to dedicate it to the maternal side of my family. So I have added the initials here. So I have AJ. That is my grandfather's mother. So my great-grandmother, Anna Yeager. My mother, Debbie Riebel. My grandmother, Laura Bell Lansing. And my grandmother's mother, Clara Jordan. So I really liked it. And I remembered who. It was Christy from Crosshatch Quilts who had done this. She had taken the Mary Bars sampler, and I think she dedicated it to her grandmother. And I just think that's such a beautiful tribute, to personalize the sampler a little bit so that it has meaning for you. So I will think of these amazing women who have been so pivotal in my life every time I look at this. And I'm super excited, so it's time to get it off to the framer. I think I might try Michael's for framing. I know that Cross Stitch MD Shiloh gets her framing done, I think at Michael's, and has had a lot of luck. So I'm a little nervous because it's, you know, you put so much love into it, but I might give it a try. So we'll see. We'll see how that pans out. Okay, next finish. So again, for those of you that follow my channel, I decided to do a monthly stitch along, and I'm doing every month the Lizzie Kate Flip It stamp series. So in January, it was a sweet little snowman. In February, it was this adorable little heart. And the 3 buttons come with every design, and the 3 buttons are worked into the design somehow, which I think is absolutely genius. So I finished this on 32 count Cocoa Dust by number 12 Stitch Co. And what's funny is I ordered this and I thought Cocoa Dust, I thought it might have like a little bit of a brown color, which it does a little bit, but it has a pink tone to it. And I absolutely fell in love with it when it came in the mail, and it was perfect for this piece. So this is February, all finished. I think you can see some of the pink in there. It just has like a pinky tone to it, and it just went perfect with this piece. I really enjoyed stitching this. I love this blue in the word February, Teal Frost by Weeks Dye Works. Up in the heart, this is Begonia by Weeks Dye Works, and I think maybe Charlotte's Pink. I can't remember for sure. But I had a lot of fun with this, and my plan is, right back there, I talked about this last time, that little stand that I've got November already on, my plan is to finish these up and then switch them out on that stand every month. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So February's done, I'm on track. So today is what, the 25th of February? Time for me to get started on my next one. Okay, next I am also this year, as part of my plans that I talked about at the beginning of the year, I always in my rotation wanted to have the monthly stitch along piece, the stocking that I'll talk about a little bit later from Dimensions, and my Mill Hill Santas. I bought a bunch of them. There's like 75 total that are out at this point, going back all the way to 1999, I think. And I've just gone through and picked the ones I like the most, and I've slowly started building my collection. And I decided to start with Pine Tree Santa, of course, because of these bunnies at the bottom. So sweet. They come with these beautiful beads. I showed those last time, these beautiful Christmas beads. So I did a little bit of work on him, and I've gotten quite far. I had hoped I would finish the stitching, but you know, like this is enjoyable for me, the stitching process, and I have found that I always underestimate how much time it's going to take me to finish something, but I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving the process. So this is Pine Tree Santa, and it is stitched on this tan brown colored perforated paper, which I really enjoy stitching on that medium. It's really, I don't know, I find it fun. Like the holes are just so forgiving, and it looks so cool, and it's kind of a cool feeling pulling your thread through it. So I'm really enjoying this perforated paper, and I'm looking forward to the ornament finishing process. So there he is. I got his face in and his rosy cheeks. I started working on that pine tree a bit. I put his backpack on over here. Yeah. Oh, and I did his hat too. I think since the last time you saw it, I did his hat. Let me insert the before picture of where I was before. Yeah, so there you can see I've done his hat and his face. So I got quite a bit of stitching done on this. I'm just going to plan to come down here, finish up his legs in the tree, and start beading. So I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, next was a new start. This was not even in my plans to start, but I had asked for this for, I think, my birthday last year maybe, or the year before. This came out from Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery, Hester's Special Delivery. Isn't that adorable? And those colors, I mean, just look at the house, look at the colors and the bunny. Beautiful variegated colors, just gorgeous. All of those really soft letters around the bunny and the flowers. So Amanda, the Alba Stitcher, who is, I have to say, my biggest enabler, she posted on Instagram a picture of this on her hoop. She was working on it, and I thought, oh my gosh, I have to join in. I had all the threads. My mother kindly, for my birthday, gave me this pattern and all the threads, so I had it kitted up, so I had to start it. It's bunny season. The weather's warming up. I'm here for it. So there is a sale, and ooh, let me look it up real quick because I completely forgot. Amanda named it for us. It is going to be called Spring Bunny Friends Sale. So I'll put it across the screen here. Spring Bunny Friends, plural, Sale. So please join us. Please show all the bunny pieces because I'm a bunny obsessed person. Yeah, and then we can see each other's progress. I always love stitch along hashtags because it's just like all of the cute little themed things in one spot. You can click on the hashtag and there they all are. So I am stitching mine on 36 Count Mayflower by Fox and Rabbit. And here's where I've gotten to. So I started with the bunny, of course, smack in the middle of the piece. And this thread is so variegated. It is Walnut by Gentle Arts. So I'm trying to do a little bit of strategic stitching, you know, so that the kind of the light flows into the dark portion, but I'm not worried about it too much. Such a fun piece. I am just drooling over all of these colors. I had a post on my Instagram. I'll throw it up here quickly because it shows all of the beautiful threads. So I mean, the palette is just unbelievable and so springy, you know? So I'm excited to continue on this one. We'll see how far I can get. That is in my plans for the next couple of weeks before our next visit, is to continue on with that. Okay, and lastly, so this is gonna drive me crazy. I feel like I can't remember the one I finished at the beginning of the year. I've gotta go look now. Bear with me one second. This is going to drive me absolutely crazy that I can't remember it. My brain is just poof. I finished. I didn't finish one in January. That's the reason why. So January was Pink Sparrow Sampler. So I have 13. And then I picked months for them to go along with. So January was Pink Sparrow Sampler. And I was behind. And so I finished it in February. Good Lord, this is what 46 looks like. So Pink Sparrow Sampler was my first whip finish of the year in terms of the 13 finishes that I'm trying to do. Another one that's on my list. So I finished Pink Sparrow Sampler and I've moved on to this one. And the plan is to continue to stitch this until it's complete. Love Lives Here by Country Cottage Needleworks. This was such a fun one to pull out here in February. The colors are perfect. Look at those little birdies, the pinks and the reds. I just love the charts that they put out. They're just always adorable, cutesy cross stitch that I'm here for. So again, I am stitching this on 36 Count Mayflower also. And let me insert a picture of where I was before. And this is where I got to. So I did a lot of work on that house. What I had found out when I sat down to do this is in this corner here, where it was unfinished, I had made a boo-boo. And I think that's why it went into timeout. So I had to pick out this bottom section of the house and move everything over just one stitch, restitch it, and then I got some of the grass in. I started up the tree. Look at this little bird on the fence. So sweet. I really love this one. It's easy stitching. The colors are so beautiful. So I'm definitely gonna put some work into this in the next 3 weeks. I'm hoping this will be finished by the next time I come to see you in 3 weeks. And so that will be my second whip. Please help me try to remember that, good Lord. Yeah, so such a fun pattern, such a fun stitch. I really, really enjoy Country Cottage Needleworks a lot. So that was my stitching this month. I had a great month of stitching. I've also been working on a crochet project. My niece, Abigail, is turning 2 in October. And for her first birthday, I really wanted to crochet her a baby blanket. And we call her our rainbow baby. And so I found this beautiful pattern online and started to crochet it. Wasn't quite sure, tried a different pattern, gone back and forth. So I'm restarting it again the 4th time. So I'll show you that next week at the end, or next video, at the end of my next video. I'll let you know when it's coming if you're interested in seeing it, and I'll share that pattern with you. But it's got these beautiful, soft colored yarns. Oh, so I've been working a lot on that. Let's talk about plans for the next 3 weeks. So I will be starting in March, my March monthly stitch along by Lizzie Kate, and it's that sweet little leprechaun. He's so adorable. I love the little rosy cheeks. So this puts me in the spring mood. So I need to buy some threads and start him. I'm going to continue to work on Love Lives Here until it's finished. I'm going to continue to work on my Mill Hill Santa. I'm going to continue to work on Henrietta's special delivery, Hester's special delivery. And then the last piece I'm also going to continue to work on is this Dimensions Gold Collection stocking. Because I got startitis and started Hester's special delivery, I didn't get any stitchy time on this stocking in the past 3 weeks. And my goal is, because it's such a big project, just, keep chipping away at it every time, every couple of weeks and making some progress. And then before you know it, I'll be there. So yeah, so that's in my plans to stitch. So I think those 5 projects, the stocking, the stamp, Love Lives Here, my Mill Hill Santa, and Hester's special delivery are what I'm going to be working on in the next couple of weeks. I do have a little bit of haul, but before I do that, I wanted to give a shout out to a Flosstuber. My last couple of videos, I haven't done this, and it's not for lack of wanting to. I think I always just, get flaky when it comes time to do the video and forget to mention it. But one of the parts I love about this community is how many people join and how many people make floss tubes or contribute on Instagram, or everyone's got their own special thing. You know what I mean? Everyone's personality is a little bit different. The way people stitch, the things they choose to stitch, I really just enjoy it so much. And this stitcher, I've been friends with her on Instagram for probably 2 years now. Her name is Kirsten, and her channel is Kirsten Stitching. And I will insert her Flosstube channel name here. She is a joy and a delight to watch. I think she must have around 70 videos up. She does all kinds of stitching. She was brand new to stitching and just dove into it head first. And she also is wearing these adorable t-shirts now with like a hoop with a cross-stitched heart on it. I think she's making some in her Etsy shop. So please go stop by and say hello to her. She's just a real sweetheart, and she's so dedicated in making her videos and providing content for all of us that I think it'd be a great addition to your subscription list. Okay, finally, haul. I only had one piece of haul, although I will say I won an eBay auction this morning. I'm pretty excited about it. I found the pattern Merry Christmas Ella Vaughn by Blackbird Designs. I'll insert a picture of it here. Again, Amanda, the Alba Stitcher, who, if you haven't checked out her Flosstube, is another amazing channel that she's one of my absolute favorites, and I consider her a personal friend. But she started stitching this a couple of weeks ago, and I fell in love because my favorite floss color of all time is Weeks Dye Works Red Pear. And it's just a gigantic red pear house. So I got super excited about it, and I know it's a pattern that's out of print and tough to find. So I just figured, I'll poke around a little bit here and there. And luckily someone put one up for auction and I was able to bid on it. So I just won that this morning. I'm super excited. It should be here the next video in a couple of weeks when I come back, and I'll be able to show you that. But in the meantime, I purchased At Home by Brenda Gervais. I saw The Camping Stitcher, another incredible Flosstube you should go check out. She's wonderful. I saw her finish this and oh, mouth started watering. And I love the saying. The saying is, for genuine happiness we need not roam. 'Tis doubtless found with little and at home, which I just think is so beautiful. This is by Brenda Gervais. It's a very large sampler, so it's 250 wide by 258 high. So very, very large. I'm not sure when I'm going to start it. I really do want to make some progress on the whip plan I have this year, but it is such a beautiful piece. I love that giant house and those little deer. Oh, so beautiful. I think Lisa, Kindred Stitcher, is also stitching this right now. Another incredible Flosstube. If you haven't checked her out, go give her a look. She's a wonderful stitcher and a friend. So yeah, so that was my only piece of haul. Let's finish up with the happy card and then we'll call it. So let's see, we are on number 21. It is I am happy. I am happy. I take control of my happiness. When my happiness depends on others' actions, I am at the mercy of things I cannot control. Instead, I choose to cultivate consistent happiness by focusing on the things I love about myself. I am happy. What a great reminder. What a great reminder for all of us, and what a great way to use your cross stitch, right? Our cross stitch makes us so happy, and it's something we do just for us. Some of us use it as a meditative process. Some of us, it just, you know, fulfills our creative need. And I think it's so important to make time for it. You know, I know my sweet sister Melissa, the Snow Day Stitcher on Instagram, it leads an incredibly busy life. She's got 2 teenage girls. She's works full time. She's got 3 dogs. There's a lot going on. But I always tell her, make time for your stitching, you know, even if it's like 20, 30 minutes, because that creative passion and making time for the things we really love make us genuinely happy. So that's my word of advice. Make time for your stitching. So until we meet again, I will be back in about 3 weeks and hopefully have some more progress to show you and my new pattern that's coming in the mail. I hope you guys are enjoying spring here in Michigan. So it's February, what did I say? 25th. For those of you who have never been to Michigan, typically we are in the winter. There's snow on the ground. My spring flowers don't start popping up till maybe end of March, but typically closer to beginning of April. My flowers popped up in my front yard because it's been so unseasonably warm. And I'm just hoping that they're not going to get blasted with snow. I was like, oh my gosh, go back into the ground. It's too early. So it's a very interesting year for us here, seeing things bloom much earlier than we normally do. But I'm enjoying the spring. I really am. I love spring weather. So I hope you're getting some fresh air and sunshine. I hope you're getting lots of stitchy time in to make yourselves happy. And until we meet again, happy stitching. Bye.